So anyway, I found out a few weeks ago when Ryan was with me that he's actually working for me tomorrow. It was super awkward.
It was a little awkward.
I'm like, oh, what are you doing for the 4th? And he's like, working for you. So do you have, other than that, since you're going to be off in the morning, do you have any special plans?
Well, I'm hoping to. Everything is kind of weather dependent right now. Yeah. No, yeah, because I actually am okay with working for you.
What's up with the hot dogs? Oh, yeah, grilling. That goes hand in hand.
No, I'm okay with working for you on the morning shift because otherwise I'd be working during the day.
Right.
You know, when everybody's having fun, and it's like, oh, well, I work. So yeah, I'll take a nap or something tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do. So we've got all the yummy, like you think of America's birthday and you think of like hot dogs and cheeseburgers, right? Are you a big griller?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? What's your favorite thing to grill?
Oh, I everything.
Everything?
Yeah, so I've got I have a smoker.
Okay.
Which can also be a grill. It can be that's charcoal, but then I've also got I have a propane grill that has a bunch of different features on it too. I'm a master.
I didn't know he was a grill master.
Well, I like to use my smoker. I like to make barbecue. That's probably my favorite. I'm actually debating that. Like I've got a huge pork shoulder I can do, but again, it's like, do I want to cook that if it's going to be raining all day tomorrow?
And it's going to be raining, unfortunately, all day tomorrow. Andrew was filling in for Trent because he's on vacation, and he was saying that looks like there might be a break later in the day now. I mean, it's going to be on again, off again. It's not like torrential downpour all day, but yeah, do you want to have to go check on?
Yeah. Well, and the problem is too, like when I smoke barbecue, that's like a 5 to 6 to depending sometimes 8-hour process.
Right.
I don't want to be out there the entire time. But no, like I love that. If I've got a weekend where maybe I don't have to go anywhere or maybe we're going to have friends over or something, I'll wake up in the morning, start coffee, go fire up the smoker because it takes about, I've got one of those big Kamado ones. It can take like 45 minutes to really get that to the temperature I need it to be. And
Look at this one.
Yeah.
He's really just surprising me all morning long. So apparently cooking outside, there was this survey done, is the best joy of summer for some people. I think these people don't live in Florida. Because for us, I think it's like the best joy of winter. But anyway, 80% of
point.
right,
Yeah.
80% of grill owners say cooking outside is one of summer's greatest pleasures, and 59% of Gen Zers are planning a backyard grill party this summer.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I think, like you live up north, you're stuck inside during the winter, you get outside during the summer, and of course you want to grill.
Yeah. Yeah, it is tough to grill down here, but that's why you got to stay hydrated. So that's the other important thing that we didn't talk about. It's you gotta make sure you've got that cooler with your
beverages.
Yeah, with your beverages.
Yes.
Make sure that you are nice and hydrated the entire time. Otherwise, the food doesn't taste good.
Amen, dude. Oh, I love it. Okay. So, we have community correspondence. So for those of you who, are joining us on the podcast, I like this because it's a different way for you to get your news. We have these community correspondents who cover, it's kind of old school, like neighborhoods, right? And so Miyoshi is specific to Fort Myers. She's amazing. If you don't know her, go check her out on our website. But she met this woman in Fort Myers who she just became a U.S. citizen last year after many, many years, long process. She moved here when she was 3 from Haiti. So anyway, Miyoshi interviewed her because a federal judge blocked the Trump administration's effort to stop that TPS protection.
Temporary protective status.
Right, for Haitians. And so this woman is Haitian American. She is a citizen, but she's worried right now, especially we have a large Haitian American population in Southwest Florida. So she's like, I know what it was like. I remember when I was a kid before I was a citizen what this was like. But again, that has been paused by a judge. So the protection is still there.
Yeah, and what I found was interesting about the story, she kind of detailed her journey of becoming a citizen and going through the process. But she says even now as a citizen, kind of talks about like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like she is a citizen of the United States, yet she still in the back of her mind kind of thinks about, is ICE going to come into my house?
She worries.
Yeah. So it was really, what I really liked about that is it allowed you to kind of put yourself in somebody else's shoes a little bit. And see that, and because you see these stories on the news, and it's like when you actually hear a person talking, and I commend Miyoshi for and this woman for speaking, like it really puts you in her shoes.
It does, because if you're born and raised in the U.S., you don't think about, she was talking about not going to school a lot of days because her mom worried about it when she wasn't a citizen yet, or hiding under the bed when they heard knocks at the
Mhm.
door. So you're right, it does. It just kind of gives you a different perspective. So we do appreciate Lissa sharing her story with us. If you want to watch it, if you haven't seen it yet, you can go to fox4now.com. Just click on Miyoshi's story and you can watch it there. This one, man, so many people were texting and emailing me about this next story. Not really sure why we're back at the hot dogs, but there we go. The Buddha,
Yeah.
the Buddha Bar, the live music place in Fort Myers. So if you don't know where it is, it just sits off of McGregor Boulevard. There's a big, well, at one point it was red, at one point it was gold, but anyway,
Now
there
it's
was a
kind of
huge,
like red and gold now.
yeah,
or
it's like a
something that.
mixture.
Yeah.
But the Buddha is closing down effective immediately
Yeah.
because of some infrastructure issues. Have you ever been?
No.
No.
No, and I've driven by it. I mean, I see it almost every weekend when I go down to the beach because for those of you who don't know, it's kind of just north of the intersection
Yeah.
of what is that? College, or I guess it'd be Daniels there, Daniels and McGregor.
Yep.
And so you get off the bridge and you go and
No,
I see
you
it.
were right. It is college and McGregor.
Right, yeah. And I look over, I see it almost every weekend as I drive by, and I've never been. No, it's funny. I saw more people talking about this on Facebook than I know who have actually been. Like, I don't know.
Yes, right? I know. So anyway, people are like, they have real feelings about this, and we want to know what you think about it too. Have you been? Do you have any memories there? What do you think about this? Miyoshi also reached out to the owner, and they said it was there's more to the story than they're just shutting down. I think there's something going on with the landlord, and there's some infrastructure issues and parking lot stuff. So anyway, sad news, I guess. I mean, it's weird because the Edison Estates is on McGregor, and that's like a landmark in Fort Myers. But you also use the Buddha, like, oh yeah, so you go past the Buddha and then you take a right, So
I do remember seeing that Buddha for the first time when I moved down here, and it's like,
what is that?
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, right? I know. It is kind of interesting. So I don't know about you, but my electric bill's been crazy lately. That's because I'm always cranking my air down. But Austin Shagorotsky, he's our community correspondent for the Hendry County area. And he was talking with Hendry County Schools because FPL is the power company for the schools there. And they're talking about this rate increase to the point that the schools are like, we don't know how we're going to pay this, and we might have to lay some teachers off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's pretty significant, and it's he interviewed Hendry County. He also included information about Collier County because they had spoken at a spokesperson for Collier County had spoken at a rate increase hearing, and so it's all going to the Public Service Commission has to approve this rate increase if it will go into effect, and that'll be a year from now. But yeah, you think about how big these school districts are.
I know.
All of these huge schools, you have to, because we're in Florida, oh my gosh, September, October, those months are hot.
I know.
Cranking that AC. And yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. Collier County was saying it could cost them like $2 million.
Yeah.
Just the hike.
Yeah.
So.
And you think about it too, like, okay, so think about when your bill goes up, okay, well, how can I, save a little bit of money or whatever I got to do? Well, how do you do that with a gigantic school district?
You don't.
It's a lot different, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. So we'll be watching that. Obviously, like Ryan said, the State Public Service Commission has to vote later on this year. Nothing is definite yet, but if you want to see Austin's story, it's very interesting. Again, all of those, you can find them at fox4now.com. We're going to go through kind of a rundown of what you can expect for events for the 4th of July in just a minute. But if you're looking for something a little different, like maybe you're not wanting to go fight the crowds and go try to watch the fireworks, hopefully the weather cooperates. FC Naples, we love FC Naples. We're the official broadcast partner. They have a big game tomorrow. It's at 7:30 against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Have you been to a game there?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
I haven't been yet.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's
awesome. Yeah, no, it's I might go tomorrow. Really just kind of honestly everything is up in the air. No, it's I like my kids love to go to it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's tickets are
like $11.
Yeah, you can easily find affordable tickets, and there's all sorts of spots. You can sit in the bleachers if you want. You can sit in the family section, which is nice. We sit sort of it's they call it the beer garden.
Okay.
And
my guy.
Yeah, exactly. but it's you've got these berms that are right there.
Oh, cool.
And so my kids love to be on there. Like the last time we were my youngest was just rolling down the hill the entire time. No, it's a lot of fun. FC Naples is they're a very energetic team. I mean, it's even if you don't follow soccer closely, I think you can understand what's going on because it's they're not trying to do. There's all sorts of different styles of soccer. Some are more like finesse, which is sort of boring. They're more just like
Let's get in
Yeah,
there.
just go, go, go. So
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun. And got to shout out to Extra Time podcast that airs tonight every Thursday on Fox 4, and of course it's also on our Fox 4 YouTube page. This week I interviewed the goalie
Okay.
Lalo Delgado.
That's a good name. That's like a
Yeah.
TV name.
Yeah.
Lado Delgado.
His name is Edward Delgado, so his nickname forever was Lalo, and he tells a pretty cool story. His dad was very good friends growing up with this man named Rafael Marquez. Now,
Okay.
if you're not a massive soccer fan, that name doesn't mean anything to you. Rafael Marquez is arguably the greatest soccer player in the history of Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he played alongside Lionel Messi, which I'm assuming.
Okay,
so
yes.
Lionel Messi, who everybody knows that name,
Yeah.
right? When Lionel Messi was a 22-year-old kid being signed to Barcelona,
Yeah.
he gave an interview going, "I can't believe I get to play with Rafa Marquez."
Oh, wow.
So that is sort of that's Lalo's heritage, right?
Nice.
He sort of like was adjacent to soccer royalty, and then grew up in California. 2 years ago, set the USL League One record for the most shutouts. They call it clean sheets in
Yeah.
soccer because they have to be different. You got to have,
sure.
but shutouts, no goals, basically. It was 13 games, not a single goal. And
Oh,
it's that
wow.
guy right there.
That's awesome.
And he's a pretty awesome guy. He's the captain of the team. They really brought him in because he had been experienced. He's 26. A lot of these guys are like 22, 23. So they wanted a guy with a little more experience, show some leadership. And the match is in the Jägermeister Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and
Isn't that a league? They're
Yeah.
playing a league above them.
yeah, the Tampa
Okay.
Bay Rowdies are in theory a league above them.
Okay.
And last match it was unbelievable. It was 1-1. They went to 10 penalty kicks. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It's been fun rooting for this team.
Yeah, so you got to watch Ryan's podcast because were you a diehard soccer person before you started this podcast?
No, I mean I've always enjoyed it. Like I'll always watch the World Cup.
Sure.
And I'll watch the Olympics and I'll watch that. But no, I was never really into it. But I like watching this and sort of learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning some of the strategy. More importantly, the reason I like it, I like the guys.
Yeah.
I like meeting these guys. I like hearing their stories. That's what's cool about this podcast. It's neat. You've got guys from, Chicago and Indiana, and then you've got guys from England and Australia. And I mean, there are 12 different countries that are represented on this team.
That's
So
so
it's
cool.
pretty cool.
And it's ours. It's our local professional soccer team. So I have to get down there to make a game. If you go to the game tomorrow for the 4th of July, the owner was saying make sure you deck yourself out in patriotic gear because they are going to pick people for a patriotic race. And like it's going to be based on what you're wearing. So they're going to pick people who are like, yeah, red, white, and blue, decked out, and you have to race, and then you can win stuff like VIP seats for the next home game. And they're going to have some swag and stuff. So
Right, but I'm not going to win any of the races, so I'm going to be in last place in all of those races.
I mean, you never know. If somebody's been sitting in the beer garden a long time, you might be a
True.
winner.
That's true. I might try to go be a ringer. Like I'll stretch beforehand and
Like stress the people out, right? That's awesome. All right. So if maybe you're like, okay, I can't make it down to Naples, but I do want to go to other celebrations. What is this, Ellie? Should I keep this on or should I wait for this? I think I'm going to wait for that.
no, that looks like it's fireworks. Yeah, that's fireworks.
Those are
yeah.
fireworks, Amy. Those are fireworks. So let's talk about some of the other stuff going on. Okay, right? Weather. It's a fluid situation, my friends, but we have fireworks shows scheduled to happen everywhere. So you got Cape Coral. That's
Red,
the big
white, and
one.
boom. Yeah,
Red,
it's
white, and
good
boom.
as
So fun. That one, the fireworks are set for later, obviously, like 9:30. Then you have downtown Fort Myers.
Yep.
Fort Myers Beach.
Yep.
In Naples, they've got the parade and the fireworks show. In Charlotte County, they've got Lashley Park and Fisherman's Village, and there's one other spot. So I feel like we're back in that flow where there are a lot of places because there was a period of time, maybe 10 years ago, where there were only like 2 fireworks shows
Yeah.
you could find.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it's neat too. Like I've done the sort of like the downtown Fort Myers. If you're at the right spot, you actually get downtown Fort Myers and red, white, and boom.
yes,
So
I've
that's
seen
always
that too.
pretty fun too.
Are you, so obviously if you're buying fireworks in the state of Florida, you need to do it for agriculture purposes to scare the crows away. But we also see a lot of cool fireworks displays in people's little neighborhoods.
Mhm.
I mean, people go all out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything like that this year. I have in the past. I don't think I'm going to, but I know some of my neighbors do, and it's always fun, like on the lake, and you set them off.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to do?
I mean, the kids, they want to set up a lot. I'm sorry, hold on one second. I have to go to something. I'm not a good button pusher. No, graphics. I don't even know what that meant. Okay. Allie's telling me something. She's my producer. She likes to boss me around, which
Well,
I
you can-
support.
You can really tell this is a little more casual
It's
on this
very
podcast.
casual. Yeah, we're very casual. Very, very casual. I like doing fireworks. It stresses the little ones out sometimes, but actually Trent and I were talking about that etiquette like after a certain hour,
Hmm.
it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah.
And like the next day or the
Oh, the
following
next day.
Saturday,
Mhm.
I get like angry inside.
Yeah, yeah. It's annoying too. It's you'll be trying to go to bed Sunday night and someone will crank one of those out. It's like, what are we doing? It's July 6th. Now.
Yeah,
We're not celebrating
seriously.
anymore. Yeah, and it'd be interesting because it's Friday, so people might be kind of maybe a little wild with those fireworks.
Yeah, I was going to say cranking it up an extra notch or
yeah.
something. We'll see.
We
We'll
will.
see.
Yeah, it really stinks with the weather. I mean, it's
No.
and it's been funny because our meteorologist has been talking about this for about a week now.
Yeah.
Before it even formed, they're like, this
Right.
might not be good.
Yeah, it has potential to form into something tropical. Luckily, it's just going to be a rainmaker for us. But again, Andrew, Trent, Katie, they've all been saying watch for the pockets. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got those fireworks displays. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but you can tune in to Fox 4 Morning News for this guy.
Yeah, yeah. So it's you've got you and Trent are off. So is
Yeah.
this literally the equivalent of is the junior varsity team with me
no.
and Andrew getting on there?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, right? I always tell people he's like an amazing investigative reporter. He can do anything. You've worked in big markets, so no.
Yeah.
I just happen to have been here for many, many moons, and
And
my butt warms the
you
seat.
yeah, yeah. Well, the seats are warm though. That's nice. Yeah,
They are.
yeah. It'd be bad if you get in there and it's freezing cold.
This
That
is
would
true.
not be good.
This is true. All right. What's that?
People are asking if Cape Coral's going to have fireworks.
The plan is for them still to have them.
Yeah, so Marcos Molina's asking, we gonna have fireworks in the Cape? And yeah, red, white, and boom, Marcos. The plan is to still have them Friday. So tomorrow from 5 to 10. It's at the foot of the midpoint. No, Cape Coral Bridge. Sorry, right there at the end of Cape Coral Parkway. I was so there's that new food truck park too,
Yeah.
Slipaway, and you can buy like VIP seats and tickets, and they're gonna have food and stuff too. So it's a really good time if you've never been. Just bring an umbrella.
That would be a neat spot to go to see it from, and
Yes.
that'd be a new venue. No one's really ever watched it from there too.
Yes,
so.
and you can. Apparently, I haven't been yet. Drive your boat up.
Oh really?
They have like boat docks.
Oh, well, it is called Slipaway, so that would make sense.
Would make
Oh,
sense.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can ride, even on normal days? you
Yes.
Ride oh,
Yeah, you don't have to
cool.
drive there. You can like boat there, and there are not many locations in Southwest Florida that I can think of. I used to think of Rum Runners back in the day where you could, but even that doesn't have a ton of boat slips.
Yeah, not a ton.
So it's a new place where you can like, hey kids, let's go out tubing and then go grab whatever, a burger.
It's always funny when you go out to lunch, like you meet up with some friends, and you go, "Oh, hey, where's your car? Oh no, we took the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry. Not me. Like, I drove here. We need to find friends with boats. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us. And we are going to give you some news of the day for the next 40 minutes. We're on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on YouTube, Facebook, fox4now.com. So we'll be off for a couple days, but we hope we see you next week. And don't forget, tune in for Mr. Rye Guy tomorrow.